You're just a little girl. What could you possibly do?
You're a girl, that's why you can't be a leader because you'll look too bossy.
You're too young.
Why do you want to go to college? You're just going to grow up, get married, and have kids.
You can't have a law firm because you're a woman.
Some professions and majors are not for women.
You can't do this because you're Native and a woman, and you can't do this because you're also queer.
So I'm a first-generation Iranian American, and the older I got, I realized more and more that there was something different about me in terms of the way that I grew up and the languages that I speak and how I think even. My father took me to a couple of protests actually, and at that time it was the Occupy Wall Street protest. I was 10 years old. He would put me on his shoulders, we would walk around this protest, and every single person was asking me questions, was shaking my hand, greeting me as a 10-year-old, you know? And all of a sudden, like for the first time, like in my entire life, I felt like I was surrounded by friends, true friends that really supported me and wanted me to do something with myself, to change the world in some way, to see a little kid be at a protest.
I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, and I grew up with a bunch of siblings. So I have 2 older brothers. One of them I've lost to street violence in our community, St. Louis City. Growing up as a black woman, as a black queer woman, hardships are like my life. I've always sort of been invested in sort of commitment to change, right, to social change and engaging in political work. My life is very full right now and I'm excited about that. I'm engaged with a lot of things that fill me up every day. So I am going from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. In every single sort of section of my day, I'm being filled up by the work that I'm doing. So I'll come to work and know that I'm doing work that is meaningful. And I'll go home and engage with my community in a way that is meaningful. And so it's really my ability to make meaning of my entire life.
Yat she dornell pi yeninche, tohe gleaning inchle tabaha bashishji. I am of the water flows together clan, born for the water's edge clan. I am Navajo Dene from Shiprock, New Mexico. The statistics of education of us even attaining a doctorate degree is really low. So as a doctoral student and as Native and Navajo, I have a responsibility in the mentoring of other Native students. I myself am doing this work to honor my ancestors, my family, and myself. And in order for me to do this, I want to give back to my community through the knowledge I'm gaining and the skills that I've learned here. One of my influential teachers have been my grandparents. They were second-generation farmers, and one concept that they really taught me growing up is the value of a seed. And if you plant that seed, it exponentiates into something bigger, greater, and wider that you can yourself enjoy, but share with others. So as the donors, I feel like your generosity in the scholarship is that seed that has been planted in my row of my work in my career. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.